Hello everyone, today we are going to implement i18n in SvelteKit using inlang library. We will cover both route-based and local storage strategies. I have set up a basic SvelteKit app and got it running in development. Our initial setup will be installing inline SDK for SvelteKit. However, before we proceed with the installation, we need to ensure that our environment meets certain prerequisites. Especially, we should have Node 18 and SvelteKit version above 1. Now, let's move on to installation process. Execute the command yarn add@inline/sdk.js to add the inline SDK to our projects. Once that's done, it's time to integrate the inline plugin into the plugin section of our byte config. Keep in mind the order in which the plugins are added. Upon restart, you will notice that the SDK generates several new folders and files within our code base. This SDK handles most of the setup automatically, ensuring that our application can run seamlessly, support multiple languages. You will notice at the root level of our project, a folder named language is created, containing 2 files. Each file needs correspond to a language ID. Additionally, you will find a configuration file named inlang.config.js at the root. The configuration file allows us to tailor the behavior of the inlang library to our requirements. Now, diving into the routes folder, you will see several files and folders. Those are created due to some limitations of SvelteKit and they may initially appear as empty. However, they are crucial to ensuring compatibility with SvelteKit. While you can customize them to suit your needs, it's recommended to not delete those files as they play an important role in the functionality of our application supporting i18. So far, we have successfully finished the setup and now we are ready to use the i18 throughout our SvelteKit project. To begin, let's remove the initial code from the home page. Now let's integrate i18. To do so, we will first import the I function from inline SDK. Now we can use the I function inside our markup. This function will accept JSON properties that we have defined within the language folder's JSON file. Once we save the changes, we will be able to see corresponding output in web page. Inline SDK also has a variable which is language, which always return the current language which is now active. The inline SDK also provides us a function called switch language, which we can use to choose another language using the language code which we define in the language folder. So now let's implement the switching language. We will first check our current language. If it's English, we will switch the language to German. And another block, same thing, we will check if the current language is German, we will switch it to English. Now save the changes and open browser. We will able to see we have a button. If we click this button, it will change the language to another appropriate language. If we inspect the developer tools and go to this application local storage, we will able to see there has a language property, which is currently the corresponding language which is active. If we switch it to German, you'll able to see its changes. So now our language maintained by the local storage, but we can make it route based also. To make it route based, we will create a new route inside the routes, which will be params lang. Inside the lang routes, we will create two files. One is page.svelte and another is layout.svelte. For now, we will keep it page.svelte blank. Inside the layout.svelte, we will first move everything from the root layout, and in the root layout we will remove the scope which belongs for the route i18n. Also, we have to make a change inside the inline config file. In the strategy, we now use local storage, but to make it route, we will use URL. Now we have changes in the config file, so we have to restart our application. Upon restart, if we go to our web page, we will able to see everything is working perfectly, but now we have a route which is corresponding to our language. If we make refresh, we can see now it's German language, but if we want to switch to English, it will go to en route. If we check the local storage, we'll be able to see there are language, but if we clear the local storage value, it also works because it's not dependent anymore to the local storage. That's it about England. Thank you for watching. See you in next video.